Well, our first evaluation is going to be on Cam Ward from Miami. Pretty much a consensus number one quarterback in the draft. Um, Pretty much everyone's got him going number one overall or number two. So we'll do an evaluation on him today and see what we think. We're going to go to his key plays for the season. These are key plays where runs, pass, misses, makes, highlights, anything like that. We're going to go with the end zone footage. Catches the snap. So reads the D, sees the blitzer, makes his decision, goes to the right, scrambles. It's good. It's good pocket awareness. Play was blown dead, but that's good pocket awareness. Knows where he is. Just reading the D pre-snap. You can see that. You can watch his head pre-snap. Rolling to his right, behind him. He's throwing cross bodies, moving to his left. He's got to throw back to his right. He stops. He doesn't fully plant himself, but he rolls his shoulders towards the ball thrower, sets his feet, and throws. The ball is behind him. That's not good accuracy. The receiver makes a great play, but this is not a good ball. Good snap. Takes his drop. I'm not a big fan of his drop. He doesn't have the proper footwork. I think he's a little too relaxed in the pocket. I think he should have a little bit more of a better footwork. He sees he's got nothing. He feels the pressure. He gets out. He evades the tackles. He's got good awareness of where he is on the field. He knows he doesn't need to go as hard. He knows he doesn't have anything forward. I would like to see him try to make something out of this, but he doesn't have much here. So running out of bounds is the safer play. Shows good athleticism. He can evade tackles right there. Um, Most quarterbacks would not evade that. So then he's got decent speed. Again, he's in the pocket. The line's giving him all day. He has forever. I don't like how he's continuing to go backwards. I prefer if quarterbacks are going to escape, they go forward, they step up, or he sees this right here, takes it. I wish he would go out this way. He'd go take it outside. I wish he wouldn't go backwards as much. Going backwards like this in the NFL, unless obviously Patrick Mahomes is the only exception, going back like this usually leads to a negative play. This I don't think he was trying to throw this away. I think he very well may have been, but I think he was trying to target one of these receivers back there, and he barely got this out. This is a very dangerous play from the beginning, rolling all the way back and then throwing it into. There are four DBs over here compared to the two Miami receivers. Like this is not. He misses this ball just a little bit out of bounds. That's getting intercepted. I'm not a fan of that. That will not work in the NFL. Pocket presence. He feels the pocket collapsing. He moves out. Honestly, I don't really like to see him go out here because he didn't need to. If he just plants himself right here, this line is protecting him. He goes out, he manufactures their pressure. Their pressure is coming around. That creates the pressure. There would have been no pressure had he sat in the pocket. This over here, that get picked up perfectly. Right over here, this would have been fine. This was a great pickup should he have been right here. Now him rolling out, it is what it is. But now he goes and he makes this throw, and he just misses it. It's right there. It's in front of him. The receiver's open. He's got to make that throw. He throws it way to it. He throws it to the outside. He misses out. Now this is himself. He manufactured the defensive pressure. He created pressure for himself. If he would have had a clean pocket in there, Then he comes out, makes a pressured throw with a guy right in his face, and misses an easy target for what would have been, it should have been a gain. Marginal as it may, it should have been a gain. So he's reading the D. He goes through all of his checkpoints. You can see he starts right, looks, scans left, doesn't see anything. Seems like he looks at half the field, which is typical in today's NFL. He looks at half the field, then he escapes. I'm okay with this. He's rolling left, trying to throw right again, and again he misses. He is not good at rolling right or rolling left and throwing right. He's not good cross body. I would like to see him do a lot less of that and trying to make plays like this. Rolls right. I don't have a problem. I wish he would turn the edge a little bit. I think he could get the edge and gain a few yards up the field. Instead, he tries to throw cross body. If this is a throw you're never going to make. You're not with a defender right here. The correct throw would go right through the defender. You're not making this throw. This was really poor decision making, as well as a poor throw, which was ahead of the receiver, so much so that it gets intercepted by a safety that wasn't even necessarily shouldn't have been in the play. Not a terrible look per se, because the guy was open, but this was not the correct read. He should have taken it to the edge and scrambled for a couple yards or something like that. This was a poor read. This will not work in the NFL. And this was against a poor Florida defense. So you can see him here. He's reading pre-snap. He checks into something else. He checks into another play. I like that. I like that you can check into a new play. That's something that I like. Again, he's reading the D, looking left. He's looking left. He doesn't really come off the left. He looks like he's going same receiver all the way through, which is fine if it's a one-read route, but they don't have many of those in the NFL. So it is what it is, but you can see him reading. You can see here. You can see him reading. He's reading strictly number 7 right here. He's not even looking at him on the outside. He waits, wait till this guy clears that corner till 7's open. This is a one side of the field read. Either he's taking it and dumping it here or he's hitting 7. This was a good throw by him. He waits. Good timing on the throw right here. I wish he would have thrown it a second earlier. I wish he would have made it right here. I wish he would have made it right there when he's breaking, because this guy, he would have been able to gain more yards. It wouldn't have been as tight of a throw. But this was a good play by him. It was good ball placement on the outside. I like that. Come through, and we're gonna do this camera angle first. Again, checking at the line. He's looking left again. He's looking left again. Always left. He's looking left. No other read. So it's a half field read. Blitz is coming right here. He senses the pressure. He gets the ball out when he needs to. Behind the receiver. Should have been another interception. Behind the receiver. This is another poorly placed ball. He throws this ball accurately. This guy has open daylight. He throws it to him in front of him. He's got daylight. Otherwise, he doesn't. He throws it behind him, and this should have been This should have been an interception. This was not a good. It was a one half of the field read, which they don't have many of in the NFL. And then look, receiver. He's open, across the middle, could have hit him. He's wide open right here, should have hit him, should have been an interception. He had 2 open receivers on this play. He missed him. He is wide open across the middle. He throws that to him, first down, he's got a bunch of yards. This guy, not a bad read either. This is a good throw. This is a good read. Throws it behind him, should have been a pick. Throws that on him, that's a good gain. He gets hit as he throws, or right after he throws, so he takes a shot here that could have led to that. But that seems like, if anything, he's got the yips. He feels the pressure, and he makes a mistake based on he knows that he's getting hit. Start off with this angle first. There we go. He's looking right, looking right. He doesn't like what he sees. He looks left. He likes what he sees. Across the middle, good ball. Now, receiver was running right. He led him a little bit to the left. I don't hate that because of this corner coming up right here. Leads him up a little bit too much that way. The corner could make a play on it. I like this. Sets it up, gets him right down, and he's down. I like that read. Let's see how he did on the read. Let's see if he missed anything over here. Nope, everything's taken over there. Scans to his left. Guy's open. Strike, perfect timing. I don't hate the placement on that ball. It is a little bit behind, but I don't hate the placement on it. He makes a good throw here, and that's a good play for Miami. Start with this. There we go ahead. Play action. He's reading while he's handing off. He's reading. He's reading. This is an RPO here. He's reading. He's reading. He likes what he sees. He zips it in there. This was... let me see from the other angle. Oh, I don't want the other angle. RPO, RPO. He's reading the linebacker right here. Linebacker fake comes down. That's throw. Linebacker comes down, you throw. I like this read. Now, this throw, linebacker drops back. This is an open ball. He's got to get this in there. Look at the other angle again because I want to watch the backer. Backer drops. See, this isn't a disgustingly bad ball because this backer does drop and he is in there. The backer made a great play here. He faked coming down on the run, forced Cam to throw, and then got in the throwing lane. This was a good play by this linebacker right here. This still is a ball that should have been completed. This should have been put more on the receiver. He should not have had to make a play like this. This is a ball that should have been completed. This should have been a touchdown. You see him again here. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's reading. Left, left. Comes more right. See, he should know that this guy's going to be open. Boom. Right there. Right there is where you release that ball. Get it to him right there. His wind up takes a longer time. Now this is another ball that's tighter. Like, it was a completion, but this is a tighter completion. This should have been completed to him. He sees right here. Right here you should see. This guy's not dropping. You can see it in him. He's looking over here. He does not see over here. This guy will not drop. This ball should have been released right here. Should have started throwing motion right here. He waits another second, waits for him to clear again. This linebacker is not getting here. When you're reading this backer right here. You see him at this point, they're parallel. You see him looking over here at number 7. This ball gets released right here. He's not catching up. Now, he flips his hip, but he's too late. He's already past him. This ball should have been released earlier. It was a completion, yes, but this was a late completion. I don't like his processing here. I think his processing speed needs to go up a little bit. In the NFL, these safeties, they will make a play on this. They will come down sooner. They will read that. See, this guy, he's seeing it. But he's coming down earlier in the NFL. Cam's throwing a hospital ball here, or he's going to get intercepted. Let's look at what his read was. See, he's reading left. He's reading him all the way, too. This is his read all the way, and he waited too long to throw it. And again, this, not terrible ball placement, but it seems to be consistent with Cam that he's throwing them behind the receivers. They're completions, but they are marginally behind the receivers. This ball likely should have been put on his left shoulder. Instead, it puts him on his right shoulder. He needs to make it's a good catch because he needs to make an athletic catch, and then he gets hit that way rather than hitting his left shoulder and allowing him to continue running. Not a fan of this route. I think his timing is off. I like he throws off his back foot. He gets, you can see he pushes off of his back foot. You can see he gains power from that. That's where he can get his zip on the ball. I don't like the placement of this football. I think he's on the wrong shoulder. I don't like the placement of that ball. This, obviously, completion, good play for Miami. I don't like this rep by Cam. Throws it behind him, and he throws it late. So we see here, he's dropping back. He's looking he's reading these three. This is what he's on. He's on these three versus these three. That's what it is. So he's got tight end, receiver, receiver. Now he's reading to see what he does, and he's reading to see what he does. Now this safety or corner makes a mistake. He is taking him out. This corner doesn't even read this receiver. He decides to break out on this guy. He decides to break out on number 2. That's the wrong read. This is a great read by Cam. He's reading the safety. Great timing. The second he sees the safety start turning that way to where he knows he's not making a play, he releases. Perfect placement. Right in there. That's a touchdown. That's a great play by Cam. That'll translate at all levels. He looks off the safety, comes back to his number 1 option. That's a touchdown. That's a great play. It's a great read overall. Let's see where he's looking here. Yeah, he's looking left, reads the safety, forces the safety that way with his eyes, and then puts it right in for the wide open receiver touchdown. That's a great play. Gets the snap, looking left all the way again. This was all the way left. It seems like most of his plays he likes to run to the left as a right-handed quarterback. It seems like not a lot of his reads are full field reads. That's typical for a college quarterback and some young NFL quarterbacks now, that they read only half the field. Now he's reading half the field, and it's always to the left pretty much every time. Let's see here. I'm going to switch camera angles. Now he's reading left, and check down. That's a good route. That's a good read. Receiver makes a great play out of this. This really was just a check down. This is nothing special by Cam. Good play. Will translate to the next level. I like this. He checks down. He's looking at his read. He makes the right throw. He's just reading, seeing what that safety does. Safety bites on the outside route. Come right back in. Check down. Good read. Good route by the receiver. Great route right by the receiver. Great read by Cam. That's your option. You check down, you get some yards out of it. That's a great drawn up play and great success. You can see him. He's back in the pocket. He feels the pressure coming out of his blind side. Because, again, he's looking left. He's looking left again. He does not look right. He is a left field player. Feels it. Feels the pressure. Makes the right read. Gets out of the pocket. Evades the sack right there. Now he's open field. Still looking downfield. I like this. He's not looking right to scramble. He's looking downfield. Stops, plants, releases. I don't like how his back foot comes up like that. I wish he would maintain pressure on that back foot. Tosses deep into... I don't know what he sees here. He's looking left here. He's open. He's open here. I see he gets forced out by pressure, so I understand that's why he doesn't see that. He decides to cork it deep to this guy. I don't see that at all. He is currently being contacted down the field. This is not an open receiver. This is a bad read. Now, versus you have this receiver who's coming across the field right here. Look at him. He's wide open. He makes the corner. He breaks. He's got time. Instead of just chucking it deep, this is basically a throwaway. This could be very bad in the NFL. This cornerback can make a play on this. This should have been an interception. Because this was just a 50-50 ball. He trusts his receiver. It's a 50-50 ball, whatever. He's not open. This is great defense by the receiver, or by the cornerback. Now, what my issue with this play is it's not necessarily that throwing that route. That's not a good route to throw. But after breaking pressure, this receiver over here, he sees it, he feels it, he turns around. You got to keep an open eye to the rest of the field. You can't lock in on one defender or one receiver. Now, he either has to keep rolling, because this is not an open route. Right here, this is not open. He should not plant his feet right here. Yes, there's a defender coming. He has a lot of field to work with right here. Lot of field. He should not lock on. He should keep coming out this way, come out this way, come out this way, evade the pressure. Let this guy keep working across the field because he will be wide open. Number 3 is taking this receiver right here. There is nobody to take this receiver. He works his way across the field. This should have been a completion for a good play, but instead he chucks it up because he saw something. I don't know what he saw, but he decides to chuck it up. He gives his receiver a 50-50 ball. It's incomplete, thank goodness, but this is not a good play. This will not work in the NFL. I mean, I keep saying that. Like, this is fine in college because the defenders aren't as good. They're not going to make a play on that. And in the NFL, they're making a play on that ball. That is most likely an intercepted ball, versus continuing to roll out and just giving your receiver some times to find themselves open. Because even if he doesn't do that, he keeps scrambling and he throws it away. This is not the right read. You don't stop and make this throw. You either wait for him to keep working across the field, you wait for someone to get open, you keep rolling out, or you just toss it out of bounds. This is not the right read. This will end up being interceptions in the NFL. This is poor decision making. He should keep rolling out, wait for other receivers to get over. Do not lock on this guy instead and throw. He will not be open. He is even with the corner, the safety, whatever. He's even with the defender. He needs to keep rolling and either throw it away, make a play with his legs, or wait for other receivers to get open. This is not the correct read. He's looking right at the safeties, linebackers. He's reading them. Again, looks left. This is just 50-50 ball. Throw it up. Sees his receiver's got the step right here. Corner bites. He's got the edge on him. Throws it right here. Perfect timing. Perfect timing on the throw. Right on that break. You know that it's either your guy or nobody. He throws it right up there to where either his guy's getting it or nobody's getting it. I really like this throw. This is really good ball placement. I like the decision. I like when he threw the ball. The timing was really good. Great placement. Obviously, gets right in. I really like that. Let's see that from a different angle. He's reading the safeties, reading the backers. He looks left. Perfect timing. Good loft on the ball. Great placement. Gets it right in for the receiver. That's a great play. This right here, he looks right. This is not his option, but he notices he's open. He's reading this linebacker right here. This linebacker, he comes down. That means 5's going to be wide open. This defender makes a bad move. He's got to take 5. They decide to double on 8 with this linebacker and him, and 13 as well. Great read by Cam. Great timing. This is the perfect time to start throwing this ball. It's good zip, good ball placement. This ball gets right in there. Receiver's got to catch that. Receiver could have a play, because as you can see, the defender trips. The receiver could have a play at the end zone here, should he catch this ball. This is a good read by Cam. It's a good throw by Cam. This is a good play. He's reading right. He looks left, checks left. Reads right, all the way right. Sees this guy, sees safety. That's great placement. That's perfect placement. He's got to come up with that ball. He's got to come up with that ball. It's a good play by Cam. Stepping again. It's every time. Look, first look is left. Every time. Every time he looks left. Oh. Feels the pressure coming. Can't stay in the pocket. Makes the right move. Gets out. He's going left. See, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This was a completion, but as we saw earlier with the previous plays, he struggles throwing across his body. He'll throw behind. He'll throw ahead. He's not very accurate. Now, decision-wise, physically, good play. Physically, he sees the receiver is open. He stops, he turns his shoulders, and he gets it in. But this is not going in the NFL. This corner right here, he reads it. He should have flipped his hips earlier. An NFL DB is making a play on that football. You do not throw crossbody that far in the red zone. I don't like this at all. He's out. There's no one. He's on the 30. The next guy's on the 13. He scrambles. He's getting himself a first down here. He scrambles. He's getting himself a first down. He should make a play. He's good enough with his legs. Now, granted, yes, touchdown. Very good throw. I like it. He gets it in there. I don't like the decision at all. Physically, great play. I don't like this decision at all. Mentally, I very much disagree with this. You can argue with that all you want. The receiver was open. He made the throw. That works. We've seen time and time again previously in this film, this is not a consistent play that he makes. He's running left, needs to curl back, doesn't set himself, throws to the right, doesn't get much into his throw, gets it in there. Great, gets it in there. And the NFL, this DB is making a play on this ball 10 out of 10 times. That is a ball that should not be thrown in the NFL. If it is, it will be intercepted. This is great play for college. Great play for college. This will not work in the NFL. This is a bad decision right here. You see all of this open land. All of this open land right here. Not only to say the closest defender isn't even looking at him. You have so much free space to run with this football here. This needs to be a scramble in the NFL. Needs to be. Needs to be. Looking left again. Again left. Scrambling right. I like it. I like it. He senses the pressure. He gets out right, but he doesn't bail. I like this. All of his is to the left. I like that he doesn't bail. He knows where his receivers are. He steps up in the pocket. Again, throws across the middle. Throws across his body. I like this. I like this. I hate how often he throws across his body, especially because he's not that effective at it. But this was a good read. This guy was too open. No one is making a play on this. This will work at any level. No one's making a play on this football. This is a good read. This is a good throw. I do really like this. Now let's see it from a different angle. Checks the line, switches to play. I like it. I like it. He looks left. A lot of time. He's got a lot of time back here. He's a little antsy. Rolls out. Comes back. I like that. He steps up in the pocket. Looks off. Switches back. That's perfect. He drew this DB right here. Drew him off. You can see right here. Look at where he's looking. He's looking over here. He's drawing that safety. He's forcing him over there. Snaps back. Throws cross body right here. That's a good read. That's a good throw. I like this play. Left again. This is just a check down. I can't say much about this. Receivers aren't open. I mean, I would have liked if he had gave it an extra second, especially because he's facing no pressure. Would have liked if he had gave it a second because this receiver over here, he's open. This should be a ball that should get put in here. Can't say much about this play, though. I mean, he throws it a little high and behind. Let's see. Different angle. I mean, it's a check down. He looks left the whole way. There's no pressure. He's a little antsy in the pocket. I mean, he doesn't step into this throw at all. He like jump throws it. There's no pressure here. Sits in the pocket. There's a clean pocket. Line did a great job. So a little antsy. He throws it away. There's high and behind to the check down that leads to an incompletion. Versus had he waited an extra second, he would have had this receiver right here. See, look, that's an open ball. Same throw over the top. Set your feet, make that throw. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown in the NFL. That's a touchdown in college. You need to be able to make that throw. You need to be able to make that check down as well. But that's the wrong read on that type of throw. All right, well, that's it from the Florida game for Cam Ward. Overall, solid. I mean, that was week 1 of the season. You can't get much off of week 1. I mean, you got to keep going throughout the rest of the season. Throws behind his receivers sometimes. Questionable timing. I like his pocket presence. I like how he does that. I don't like how often he goes left. Every snap, it's quick look left. Every time. Without fail, it's every time he looks left. Which is fine to be a half the field player, but it can't be every single time. It beats a dead horse. I hate how he rolls out to his left consistently, but that has to do with the fact that he's always looking to the left. So all of his plays are to the left. So he rolls cross-body. Not a very good cross-body thrower. He doesn't set his feet. Questionable decision-making. He's a good athlete. Makes good decisions when he's running. Overall, he's a solid player. He'll be an okay quarterback in the NFL. I don't see a very high ceiling for him, in my opinion. I think he's got a higher floor than some of these other players, but not as high of a ceiling. Personally, if I were a general manager in the NFL, I would not take him number 1 overall. As we'll see in later videos, I don't believe he's my number one quarterback in the draft. I have a different number one quarterback in the draft. I would not take Cam Ward number one. I disagree with people that say that he should be. Intangibles, he has the physical tools. He just mentally he makes poor decisions and things that will not work in the NFL that do work in college. So overall for today, I think on my scale of 1-1 to 1-7, 1-1 being a top 10 draft pick and 1-7 being undrafted to a late pick, I think I'd put him as like a low 1-1. Like he deserving of a top 10 pick just because of his potential and his low floor and positional. In terms of talent, I think I'd put him in the back end of the first round. But he should be selected top 10. There's no doubt that he's a top 2, top 3 quarterback in this draft. I just disagree with the hype that he is the number 1 overall pick in this draft. So I think I'm going to give him a low 1-1. Fringe 1-2. Till next time.